National Football League.
We're back at Redskins Stadium right now. Let's send it down to Pam Oliver.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. As we start the 99 season, Norv, you get ready to kick it off. Tell me why you're so excited about this football team.
Well, we've got a lot more good players. Our guys have worked and done everything we asked them to do since we started our mini camps, and our guys are ready to play.
This could be the year.
Well, we're planning on it.
All right, thanks, Norv. Let's go back up to Dick.
All right, Pam, and today's game is available in Spanish by utilizing your SAP option on your television. Crowd of 82,000 anticipated here as the Redskins and Cowboys get underway. The Cowboys are the defending NFC East champions, and they will be kicking off. Brian Mitchell and James Thrash are back deep. Mitchell always a big threat. Toby Goen will kick off for the Cowboys. Dallas a perfect 8-0, never before done in the division last year. And the opening kickoff is short and retrieved by Mitchell on the 10-yard line. Ryan Mitchell carries it out to the 30-yard line, where the Redskins will get the ball first. And for the Redskins, Brad Johnson, who has a 15-8 record. That's in 6 years as a starter. The offensive line, Andy Heck, new at left tackle. John Jansen, the rookie from Michigan, mans the right tackle position. Stephen Davis won the running back duel. And Larry Centers, the former Arizona Cardinal. Michael Westbrook and Albert Connell, the wide receivers. And Stephen Alexander, the tight end. 2 tight ends start for the Redskins, including James Jenkins. And the handoff is to Davis, who crosses the 35-yard line on the first play from scrimmage. Dallas's defense. And it's fast and hungry. Greg Ellis, Chad Hennings, Alonzo Spellman back in action after missing last year. Kavika Pittman, Coakley, Godfrey, and Hambrick. They can all run. Godfrey moved to the middle, and Charlie Williams and Kevin Mathis are the cornerbacks. They're backups with George Teague and the Pro Bowler Darren Woodson. 2nd down and 4 at the 36. Westbrook goes in motion. The pass to Connell, and Connell trying to get the first down yardage. May have it. And he apparently does at the 43-yard line with the tackle made by Charlie Williams.
Well, you heard Norv Turner say right at the start to Pam that this was the best group of players he's had. And where that starts is the quarterback position of Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson has automatically made this team better. Now, what he does is he brings experience, and he's a good reader. Of all of his assets, his reading ability is the best.
And he's a pretty accurate passer as well, over 62% in his career. 1st and 10 for the Redskins on the 42. Here is Davis going off the right side. Good yardage. And Stephen Davis gets to midfield. George Teague brings him down. So Davis, who won the running back job over Skip Hicks from UCLA, picks up 9 yards on the carry.
Dick, and what you're watching right here in Stephen Davis is what you're going to get from him all season long. What it is power. If this offensive line can give Stephen Davis this kind of a corner and just get hat on a hat, he's going to be productive. He's a north-south runner, kind of in the Riggins mold. Not as nifty, but he's in that same kind of mold.
He's a pounder, and that's the kind of ball control back you like. 2nd down and 1 in Cowboy territory. Mike Sellers, the 2nd tight end, and they're going to Davis. 1st down to the 45 of the Cowboys. So the Washington Redskins, who finished strong and were 3-1 in preseason and looked the best in preseason in the last several years.
Dick, just watching this right now, 2 things become obvious. Number 1, Norv Turner in 4 plays has given him 4 different formations. And number 2, and most importantly, the Redskin offensive line right now is taking it to the defensive front of the Dallas Cowboys.
It is not a big front, and they've got to rely on quickness to the Cowboys. 1st down on the 45-yard line, and Brad Johnson going underneath to Michael Westbrook, and losing the helmet was the Cowboy who made the tackle, and that was the middle linebacker Randall Godfrey, who was an outside backer a year ago.
You watch this Dallas defense, to echo what you just said, Dick, they can flat out run. They're not a big group. In fact, they're kind of light in the rear end up front. But what they get away with is everybody running to the football all the time, and they play hard. One thing they do is they play a little soft at the point of contact, which that personally I don't like.
2nd and 9 at the 44, and here is a fake end around. Trying to set up the screen is Brad Johnson, and he's got Westbrook, who makes the reception and gets a first down for the Redskins. Talk about ad-libbing, and the Redskins get 12 on the play. And a flag is down as well. And an eligible receiver downfield is the preliminary call, and we'll hear the ruling from Walt Coleman, our referee.
An eligible downfield prior to the pass. Offense number 77, 5 yards. Repeat, second down.
As Trey Johnson, the offensive guard, he's going to be right here. And remember, here's the line of scrimmage. He can't get past this. Lonzo Spellman right there does a phenomenal job of taking this screen away. But to go back to what Brad Johnson does so well, the play's designed to go here. He sees the field and hits it to the other side. A lot of good things happen out there.
So the 5-yard penalty brings it back to the Cowboy 49. An all-out blitz, and the quick toss is dropped. And Brad Johnson knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry, and the pass to Westbrook was broken up by Dexter Coakley. It is opening day, and the Dallas Cowboys have had the Redskins number, winning 5, losing 1, and tying 1 in opening games against the Redskins. Remember, a year ago, Matt, lost their first 7 games. They got into a hole with their loss to the Giants in the opener, never recovered, and now they're trying to reverse it in game 1 against their big rival.
Well, they're better than they were a year ago. There's no question about that. And that doesn't guarantee success. It just tells you that you have a chance for success.
Out of the shotgun with Irving Fryer in the game for the first time, the veteran receiver, and the pass underneath to Fryer will be well short of the first down. And yeah, you got to wonder why you would get a pass pattern to leave you 11 yards short.
Well, and there's 2 ways of looking at it. You look at it from that side and say, what the heck are you doing on offense? Or you can look at it the other side and say, that's good defense. Because what they did was they took away the 2 options he had down the field and forced him to throw underneath.
So Matt Turk, a Pro Bowl perennial punter, will be kicking to rookie Wayne McGarity from Texas on 4th down. So the penalty hurt the Redskins in that drive. Fair catch called for by McGarity, and this kick goes into the end zone, and that's not what Turk wanted to do. He did not do his job. He wanted to keep it in play. It's a touchback, and we'll be right back.
Maybe something a little darker. The navy.
Hey! Oh, yeah!
Cash or charge?
Is there an underdog in you? Is there a stubborn fool in you? Is there a screaming child in you? Is there a crazed lunatic in you? Gatorade, is it in you?
Grandpa? Hey, boo-boo.
The Volkswagen Jetta, completely redesigned to give you even more of that same old feeling.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl.
Back here at Redskins Stadium, Deion Sanders, who came out early to try to test his toe, which he had surgery on, and a tough one because it had to do with bone and ligament damage, and that's rare for a toe injury, according to Chan Gailey, the head coach. But he's very close to getting back. Cowboys getting the ball for their first possession of the year. First down on the 20. Three wide receivers, including Ernie Mills in there. Troy Aikman under pressure, and down he goes. And that was Marco Coleman, the new addition. And what a spark he's given them, former San Diego Charger. Let's check out the Cowboys offense. Troy Aikman, third in NFL history in accuracy. And the offensive line, and Matt has talked about him. Adams, Allen, Stepnoski, he's key. McIver is healthy, and Eric Williams. Emmitt Smith and Darryl Johnston, the backs. Rocket Ismail, the new wide receiver. And David LaFleur, the tight end. Loss of 7 on the play. And this crowd very much into it, as Aikman's pass is caught by Irvin, and he gets by Champ Bailey, gets the first down, and gets into Redskin territory. So Bailey on Irvin, and Irvin wins that one to the tune of 33 yards.
You know, Dick, if you listen to our pregame show, you heard the boys talking about this matchup. Is Champ Bailey, the rookie, number 24, Michael Irvin. We talked about the pushing and shoving. See that little push right there? Just allows for some separation. And then Aikman, who's as accurate as there is, has the ball right where it has to be. This is going to be a big game for Champ Bailey. It's a kind of game that he's going to learn a lot and grow up in a hurry.
Here's Emmitt Smith with his first carry, trying to go outside, gets by Darrell Green, and tremendous speed by Emmitt Smith, who had a big rebounding year a season ago, and he picks up 13 yards. The Redskins defense, and this is where it looks like they've shown improvement coming in. Coleman, the new addition, Stubblefield and Wilkinson, the tackles, and Kennard Lang, the other end. Barber, Smith, and Jones, the linebackers. Derek Smith moving to the middle this year. Bailey joins Green at the corners. Leamon Evans and the former Bengals Sam Shade is the strong safety. At the 39, the pitch to Emmitt Smith. And with Darryl Johnston blocking, Smith gets to the 35-yard line for a short gain, and Derek Smith, the middle linebacker, on the play.
Talking to Emmitt Smith last night, what a difference in Emmitt Smith. I mean, you remember back to his rookie year just 10 years ago, and he was quiet, reticent, kind of reserved, had big eyes, didn't really know what to expect, and he's turned into such a mature, solid, confident guy. It's really impressive and really good to see.
And he wants to do even more than Chan Gailey has planned for him. At age 30, 2nd and 6. Aikman has time.
Too much.
Looking for a receiver, and he finds one short of the first down, and that's Raghib Ismail, the former Carolina Panther, coming off his best year, and he'll be the speed receiver on this team. But they are short of the first down by about 1.5 yards.
And this is the kind of football that the Dallas Cowboys like to get into. This is the kind of third down situations they like to be in. 3rd and 2 and short. And that they feel their offensive line is the big difference maker in these situations.
3rd and 2. And the fake pitch. And the rollout, and Aikman's pass, and it is caught at the 20-yard line, and a catch by Rocket Ismail. He didn't need the Rockets that time, but it is sufficient for a Cowboy first down and a pickup of 12.
Now there's 2 Rockets going at each other down there. I want you to watch right here. This is the intended receiver, Bjornsson, coming across. That's who Aikman wants to see. Leamon Evans does a good job of taking that away, and because of that, he has to go to his secondary, which is speed on speed. Rocket Ismail working on Darrell Green. He just comes back to the ball nicely, and again, the accuracy of Aikman is there, and it's a first down.
Cowboys on the Redskin 19. Aikman trying to go to the tight end LaFleur, and covered well by Smith and Shade downfield. Opening drives have been very tough for the Dallas Cowboys. They have not scored a touchdown on the first drive of the game in their last 39, and they're trying to break that string here with 7:17 to go in the first quarter. Jeff Ogden has checked in at wide receiver. Michael Irvin has gone out of the game. 2nd down and 10. Ismail lining up to the top. Emmitt Smith looking for running room. Being challenged, and down he goes. Leamon Evans. Good penetration by the free safety of the Redskins will bring up 3rd and long.
That's a nice read by Leamon Evans, and that is an upgrade for the Washington Redskins. In the last few years, their safety positions, I thought they were pathetic, to be honest with you. I would have cut them a long time ago. Leamon Evans was back there, but he switched positions. This is a fine job of reading things in front of you and then being decisive. You know, you have to be aggressive in attack, because if you sit and wait, they're going to come right at you.
Pathetic is not a word you use very often.
Yeah, well, watching those safeties, it was one I used a lot.
3rd and 11. Aikman in the shotgun. And a flag. And it appears to be in the middle of the line.
Usually the guy who points first is the guilty party. Kennard Lang put his hand up right away, and he's looking back inside and say, hey, the guy moved. Now that's, you'll try that after a couple years.
Encroachment, 90 of the defense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Well, the pointing didn't work for Lang that time, and a 5-yard penalty marked off, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 6. So the first penalty really hurt the Redskins on offense, and let's see if this one comes back to haunt them.
You see, now that kind of penalty there would drive me nuts, because that's about discipline. That's something you can control. An inadvertent face mask, or guys get held, those kinds of things, that's understandable, but not concentrating on the snap count is inexcusable.
This is the 9th play of the drive. Aikman up the middle, the pass caught. A touchdown. David LaFleur, the tight end, with a fine grab with the defender Sam Shade on his back, and the Cowboys finally score on the first drive of the game for the first time in 40 games.
Dick, that was all about the protection for Troy Aikman. They came with a blitz, and LaFleur is able to work one-on-one outside with Shade. Shade was holding the outside. Aikman saw that, so he waited for him to come back underneath. All of that is made possible by the offensive line and the backs picking up the blitz. He has the time. It's like stealing.
15-yard pass play, and now Richie Cunningham is aboard to try to give the Cowboys an early 7-0 lead. So 2 penalties hurting the Redskins, one on each side of the ball in this first quarter. Cunningham's kick is good, and the Dallas Cowboys lead the Washington Redskins 7-0 with just under 6 minutes to go in the first.
You guys are in here again? I can't believe this. You're always in here nursing your injuries. I have never seen such a group of cream puffs in my life. This is football. I need guys that can play.
Man, I thought he'd never leave.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Hot dog, anyone?
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. And if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
We're the only thing that matters.
For 50 years, the stars have gathered on television's biggest night, and this year the Emmys come to Fox live.
God bless America.
Join hosts David Hyde Pierce and Jenna Elfman as television honors its finest.
And the Emmy goes to...
The Emmy Awards. Live pre-show coverage begins at 7 Eastern tonight on Fox.
Cowboys take the lead in this game, and Troy Aikman with a 15-yard touchdown pass. And you mentioned talking to Emmitt Smith and how mature he's become, but Aikman and Smith and Irvin and all the veterans, they don't care about a good record or a good winning streak. They look to win the final game of the season, and that's all these guys care about in this stage of their career.
Well, because they understand that's all that really matters. You don't go through a season and say, I tell you what, that 94 season, boy, we were 7-8, or we were 7-9, or that's no good. You know it when you win it. There's only one successful team a year.
Or even 10-6 if you lose in the first round of the playoffs. Brian Mitchell returning the kickoff and fights his way to the 20-yard line. Chan Gailey, with a lot of body English of his own in his second year as coach. He won the division in his first.
That was interesting.
The Volkswagen Jetta. Sometimes everything just comes together. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
On top of today's stories.
Fox Sports News has learned.
On the scene with the biggest stars.
Is this a great showcase for baseball, Ken?
Up to the minute every night.
Fly ball, deep right field. This baby's over. Here's Flutie rolling out. Touchdown.
Keith Olbermann, Kevin Frazier, and the primetime team all over the world of sports.
Paris, Los Angeles,
Houston,
Augusta,
Miami, St. Louis,
New York.
Fox Sports News primetime. Miss it, miss out.
Trust me on this.
Nightly. Check local listings.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in a 1-hour television event. Action, a new comedy series, premieres Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Second half of our NFL on Fox doubleheader. Most of you will see the Vikings and Falcons. Despite the fact they played for the NFC title last year, both teams really feel they have something to prove. Vikings with changes, and can the Falcons do it again?
And both those guys you see up there, Randy Moss, Jamal Anderson, they feel like they have something to prove. Moss wants to prove that he belongs every year. Jamal Anderson the same way.
Redskins start from the 21-yard line, trailing 7-0. And the handoff to Stephen Davis. Good running room. And a good point earlier that the Redskins offensive line doing the job thus far.
Let's go back to that touchdown and watch exactly what happens when you get good protection. They're going to come with a blitz. I want you to watch Emmitt Smith because he's the key. They come with a blitz to this side. They want to overload this right side. Emmitt is right on his protection and picks it up. And because of that, Aikman has the time to be able to see the field and catch LaFleur to the inside, and it's 6 quick.
Second down and 4. Brad Johnson with a quick toss to Westbrook. Michael Westbrook. A huge gain for the Redskins as Westbrook broke the first tackle and then went down the field and gained 59 yards before Darren Woodson caught him.
You can go back again and credit the vision and the wherewithal of that quarterback. This did not happen very often in prior years. They came with a blitz. The quarterback and the wide receiver have got to be on the same page. They did that. He clips it underneath. Ball's thrown perfectly. Watch, it's coming inside. He's got to see it. He sees it. Westbrook also has to see it. Break his route off inside. That was done. Missed the tackle. Big play.
Westbrook coming back from a neck injury, missed 6 games a year ago. First down on the 14-yard line. Stephen Davis, who has been running well in this first quarter, picks up about 4 yards on the play. And right now, for an NFL update, let's return to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Hey, Dick, I know Matt knows this guy too well. Take a look at Deuce Staley here. Good blocking, nice cutback, good footwork. Philly's second possession of the game, he finds pay dirt. Philadelphia on top of the Cards, 7-0. Let's take it back to Dick and Matt.
You know, Matt, they've got a great defense. Andy Reid, first year as coach.
I think the biggest thing is their defense. They're underrated. They're going to win. They're going to be in some games because of that defense.
Second down and 7. The pass caught by Larry Centers. And out of bounds, short of the first down by about 2. Larry Centers, who has been a great receiver, first the Cardinals, and a great pickup now for the Redskins.
I'll be honest with you, when I saw Larry Centers' name on the waiver wire, I thought he had to be hurt because nobody could be that stupid to let him go. But apparently the Cardinals proved me wrong because you don't let a guy like that go. That's a guy who makes a difference in a football game.
He's refocused, and he admitted he was jolted heavily when he was waived. Third down and 3 at the 7-yard line. Brad Johnson's pass and good pressure coming on. It was Centers, the man he tried to get the ball to.
Dick, this is what's going on right now. The Washington Redskins are going to have to be patient with their run game because they're punching them. They're getting good body shots. And when that running game is working, like it seems to be working right now, you're going to get your play actions and stuff off that. The Cowboys are trying to counter that by bringing blitzes, and they're putting the pressure on the quarterback to see them. He saw him for a big play, and this last one, he erred because of the blitz.
Brett Conway, who was a third-round pick by the Green Bay Packers 2 years ago and was waived by them, injured, kicks the field goal 25 yards. And there's an oxymoron, a Penn State kicker. What is Matt going to think? Nothing.
When you dial our 800 number at Coors, your call comes right to our Colorado brewery. So you talk to someone who knows beer, someone who can see the Rocky Mountains right from their desk, someone who can answer your questions, even if all you want to know is what the weather's like in Golden.
Are these your final numbers?
These are our final numbers.
What do you think, Jack? It looks pretty good from this end.
I never thought you guys could pull this one off.
Have we ever let you down?
Not yet. Hey, weren't you supposed to go away for your anniversary?
Oh, you know us. All work, no play.
Great job, guys. Great.
Well, back to the grind.
Thanks for the opportunity, Jack.
Nextel's i1000 Plus comes with a crystal clear speakerphone, so you can take care of business from anywhere. Nextel, how business gets done.
Don't get me started on stockbrokers. I had one for the better part of 10 years. Let me tell you something. The only one who was broker was me. With Ameritrade, it's so simple. I sit down at my computer, a couple of clicks, and I can see for myself. $8 a trade. My stockbroker says you're going to hate online trading. You can add that to the long list of things he was wrong about.
Call toll-free 888-298-1789 or visit Ameritrade.com. Ameritrade, the way to trade, period.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. By Levi's, opt for the original. By DirecTV, what are you looking at? And by the U.S. Army, be a part of the toughest, smartest Army in the world. Be all you can be.
Redskins get on the scoreboard in their second possession. The big catch and run by Michael Westbrook, 59 yards. And Westbrook, who is healthy, seems to be refocused this year and saying that the family atmosphere that he thought he would find here with the Redskins not there in recent years. So Westbrook wants to become the man that the Skins thought he would be when they drafted him as the 4th pick.
Well, if he wants to be, just be consistent. Be consistent from week 1 all the way through and use his skills, and he can be as good as he wants to be.
Brett Conway kicking off, and Jeff Ogden on the return for the Cowboys. And good coverage downfield by the Redskins special teams led by Chris Thomas. 7-3 in favor of the Cowboys, and Troy Aikman goes back to work when we come back to Redskins Stadium.
The right brakes make any car feel high performance.
Yep, they're Wagner brakes.
So choose Wagner, from the world's leader in brake pads. Wagner Brakes, another great part of Federal Mogul.
Contrary to some opinion, e-commerce isn't just about selling things. It's about connecting people in business. To their customers, yes, but also to their partners and colleagues, and to anybody else that makes business go. At Microsoft, we've helped thousands of companies build e-commerce solutions easy enough for any business to use. Because if everybody's connected, business works better.
Let's launch it, Slim.
We talked about this all week. We got to stick with the game plan. We got to run the ball.
James says the max protect. Outright, box right, hound right, near right, zip, 989.
Who's James?
Use your Visa card and you could win a once-in-a-lifetime NFL fantasy. Play flag football with the pros. Go to the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Be in a Super Bowl halftime show. Or roam the sidelines before a real game. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
So that's 2 burgers and 2 shakes?
Yeah. You wanted the shake, right?
The right gaskets make any car feel high performance. So choose Velpro, the gaskets NASCAR teams choose. Velpro gaskets, another great part of Federal Mogul.
It's a nice day for practice today. Nice day for practice. On 3 Raiders. 1, 2, 3. Raiders! Let's go now. Let's go now. Good day. Good day for practice.
Cowboys leading the Redskins 7-3, and here at the Redskins Stadium, a lot of changes here and a lot of improvements, and the Ring of Fame, which was evident in the old RFK Stadium, now here in this stadium, and a lot of moves made on and off the field. Daniel Snyder, the 34-year-old owner, who is the head of Snyder Communications in Bethesda, Maryland, has come in, no nonsense. He wants the team to win. And right now it seems to be energized, but we cannot forget the Cooke legacy of 25 years of ownership here as well. First down on the 18-yard line for the Dallas Cowboys, showing blitz where the Redskins, Aikman spotting it, and his pass to Ismail incomplete. Flag goes down. Darrell Green turns around to complain to the official.
Either that or to look to see exactly what's going to be called, and judged by what Norv Turner is doing with his headset and screaming, this one could go against the defense. Oh, now Darrell's a little animated. It's a push on Darrell Green, working on Rocket Ismail. The Cowboys are excited about having the complimentary receiver to Michael Irvin.
Interference, defense, number 28, automatic, first down.
And it comes in the form of speed, something they haven't had there over. That one I don't like at all. That was just looks like he was, well, whatever. They're calling it. I'm making a new lease on life for me with officials.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm letting them go. Like they blew that one, I'm not saying anything about it.
I like that. First down for the Cowboys after the penalty, 32-yard gain and the handoff up the middle. So the Cowboys with a little razzle-dazzle, a fake end around, and Emmitt Smith picks up about 3 yards on the play.
It's funny talking, Dick, about Rocket Ismail. We're talking to Troy Aikman, and you know, Rocket Ismail is one of those guys who's a high-energy guy, and he gets excited. And Troy is telling us a story about how he got into the game and against Denver, and he got so excited, and he said he didn't even know he didn't know what he was doing out there. He said Troy looked at him one place, you got the post in this one. I said, I don't know.
He is wound tightly.
He gets fired up.
Second down and 6 at the Dallas 36, and Emmitt Smith off the left side is about 2 yards shy of the first down. Of course, the Cowboys have been looking at many receivers to be the second receiver alongside Michael Irvin for many years. Remember, Alvin Harper led the NFL in yards per catch. Here are the others who have come in and gone, and now it's Rocket Ismail's turn.
Well, and what Rocket gives them, which none of these guys did and they were looking for, is they give them speed, but more importantly than that, confidence from the quarterback. Troy Aikman has confidence in this guy, and that is immeasurable.
Irvin is on the sideline on 3rd down and 2, and Emmitt Smith dives head first down at the 47. So Smith, who had 7 100-yard games last year after 2 really unproductive years, he was hurt as well, picks up 6 on the first down.
In the last few years, the other thing that's been missing, one of the ingredients in this offensive line, has been their center position. And Mark Stepnoski automatically solidifies that offensive line. It's something they've missed for the last 4 years, 5 years, whatever he's been gone, and it's really helped them now.
1st and 10 at the 46. Good play. Going out top for the Rocket, and Ismail has it jarred away in a great defensive play made by Darrell Green as he knocked the ball out of Rocket's hands.
Dick, that should have been caught. That was recovery by Darrell because they went play action and he bit up. Rocket Ismail ran right past everybody. And the ball hung just enough for Darrell to recover, but this should have been caught. This ball has to be caught. There's time. You can see he runs right by. Now Darrell Green's going to close. Look at his close. That's as good as there's going to be. But that should have been 6 points.
But a great recovery by Darrell, who was on his way down on the play. 2nd and 10. Chris Warren has come in at running back, and Warren gets the call. Normally the 3rd down back for the Cowboys. Good pursuit, and Champ Bailey.
Real good by Champ Bailey. That's what you like to see. A young corner. The cornerbacks, as a rule, they don't like to hit anybody. I had a cornerback in Lester Hayes who was as good as there was in the National Football League. And we used to call him the judge. And I'd say, Judge, you got to come up and whack somebody. And he'd say, oh, no, I'm out here to cover. That's the attitude of a lot of corners. This Champ Bailey doesn't have that attitude. He has the attitude that he wants to be a complete player, and he has all the tools.
Darrell Green has played with 53 other cornerbacks in his career. He says Champ Bailey by far the best.
Here he is right down here.
3rd and 11, and here is the blitz. And Aikman on a fade pattern, and the pass is ruled caught by Michael Irvin. And the old pro with the great catch.
He's doing that as much for himself as for anybody. This whole thing starts up front. First of all, look automatically where he's looking. He knew that he had the rookie working outside on Michael Irvin. And he's betting on Michael Irvin's ability to get open. It's not about foot speed. It's about precision and body position. And that's what he did right there, because Champ Bailey had the speed to stay with him, actually mistimed that thing. He jumped too early. And the precision of the ball from Aikman makes it a big play.
27 yards, big play, Matt, and a first down for the Cowboys at the 29 of the Redskins. Ernie Mills went in motion, but here is the tight end who can't hold on to it.
Nice job.
LaFleur did not have possession. That is an incomplete pass.
Dick, that is right there. Great recovery. Something you wouldn't have gotten last year out of your middle linebacker. This is Derek Smith, and what he brings to the table that they didn't have a year ago is movement and better speed. You're going to watch him inside. He stays inside. They're going to get behind him. Now watch him recover and strip right there. There's the strip that should have been a completion, but because of his ability to move and awareness stripping there, that's a big play and sets up second down.
That's 2 should-haves on this drive.
Exactly right.
1 second remaining in the first quarter. Second down and 10. And they right around to Rocket Ismail. Putting on the burners now. And Ismail will have a first down as time runs out in the first quarter. So Rocket Ismail on the end around picks up 15 yards, and Sean Barber knocked him out of bounds. And that is the end of the first quarter with the score. The Cowboys 7 and the Redskins 3. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages and a word from your local station.
Welcome to Football Fantasy.
There's 2 minutes left. You're down by 6. Who do you want guiding the drive?
You want a seasoned veteran who won't make any rookie mistakes.
I mean a young, strong-arm quarterback, not some old geezer.
You want a young, good-looking guy who can get out of the pocket.
Oh, time's up.
It's tough to choose.
No, it's not. You get NFL Sunday ticket only on DirecTV. Choose the games and players you want to watch all regular season long.
DirecTV. What are you looking at? Now get 3 months of programming free when you get DirecTV.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Introducing Mustang Madness, the new scratch game from the Idaho Lottery. We're giving away 5 brand new Ford Mustang convertibles. Just match 3 Mustangs and you can win instantly. Or you can always enter into a second chance drawing, but playing can be half the fun.
I just want to celebrate. Ford's authorized clearance just got better. Choose either 2,000 cash back or 09 plus 1250 cash back on ZX2 and Escort.
During clearance, I drove up in a new ZX2 and got a great deal. Clearance is the best time to buy.
We got a ton of cool features. Remote keyless entry, CD player.
And we got a great deal.
Don't miss 2,000 cash back or 09 plus 1250 cash back during the Ford authorized clearance at your Heart of the West Ford store.
The reaction.
How could you not tell me? It's not like I planned this.
Why don't I believe you? 90210, all new at 8/7 Central Fox Wednesday.
Start of the second quarter, and it was a crisply played first quarter with a lot of big plays and both teams' offenses getting the job done. The crowd very much into it on a perfect day for football to start things in 1999. Cowboys with a first down on the Redskin 14, and Aikman calling the audible at the line here. Dallas leading 7-3. Pressure against Aikman. LaFleur makes the touchdown. Dallas.
Nice play. Nice call. Nice adjustment by Troy Aikman at the line of scrimmage. And the whole thing is made possible again by the protection of the offensive line.
Yesterday, Troy Aikman said if we're going to do well offensively, LaFleur is going to have to be a key man here.
Well, he can get all this stuff done. The first thing you're watching is Troy Aikman. He sees it. He knows it's coming. Now you make your calls. Now he goes back. Everybody's picked up. Nicely done. Marco Coleman gets in a little late, but not before Aikman is able to make the throw. And what a throw it is. Watch where this ball's thrown the only place it can be. That is good coverage. That is good coverage, but an excellent job of throwing.
Now Emmitt Smith appears to be injured, and down at the 30-yard line as you take a look at LaFleur's catch.
Look at that coverage. That coverage is perfect. That ball could not have been thrown better.
So 2 touchdown passes from Troy Aikman to David LaFleur. Emmitt Smith is up now and walking off on his own power.
Dick, it's amazing. You know, when we went to the intermission, little break right here, the first thing I said to you is Chan Gailey has them off balance. And he has this offense running, and he can do anything he wants. And here's the key. When you have an offensive line that's protecting and run blocking, you get to be really good as a play caller. You can do, hey, let's try this one right here.
Well, he's more comfortable, and the players are more comfortable with him here in his second year. Richie Cunningham for the extra point. And the Cowboys now lead it 14-3. So David LaFleur, the tight end who must be a key element for the Cowboys, has proven so thus far.
Back when time and space shook hands and parted ways, the DNA that is you and the purity and promise that is this frost-brewed Coors Light began a journey, each of you aimed by the hand of fate at a point in the future, bringing you closer to a destination known simply as Seat 9, Section B. This is your beer, and you are this beer's destiny. Maybe it didn't recognize you.
I like to think of myself as an innovator who started a company, Dell Computer, around an idea that everybody should be doing business directly with one another, one-to-one, with no barriers. To me, that's the power of the internet. We'd like to show you how to empower your business in ways you've never imagined. I'm Michael Dell, and it's our reason for being.
Be direct. Dell. Dell servers use Intel Pentium 3 processors.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. And if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dell. Innovative computer solutions from the company that pioneered direct around the world. Be direct, Dell. By Pizza Hut, home of the Big New Yorker, thin and crispy, pan, stuffed crust pizza, and more. By Original Coors, expect more from an original Coors. And by the United States Marine Corps, the change is forever.
Not a cloud in the sky on a beautiful Sunday to start the year. Emmitt Smith got hit in the head. He'll be back as the Cowboys go 82 yards in 9 plays, which really gives their defense a chance to get a breather. LaFleur with his second TD reception from Troy Aikman. It's 14-3. Toby Goen kicking off. And Mitchell and Thrash. And it's Brian Mitchell. On the return, he's got running room and brought down. And a fine play made by who else? Darren Woodson, the 5-time Pro Bowler. Well, for 50 years, the stars have gathered on television's biggest night. And this year, the Emmys come to Fox. Be there as television honors its finest. The Emmy Awards pre-show coverage begins tonight live at 7 Eastern on Fox. Also broadcast in Spanish SAP. See, got it.
I'm bilingual.
Speak out of both sides of your mouth. First and 10 at the 32. Cowboys already with 9 first downs. Brad Johnson trying to get things back. Goes underneath and completes to Stephen Davis for a gain of about 4. Right now, let's check in with James Brown in Los Angeles. JB.
Dick and Matt, the surprise in Philly continues. At the 3, Peterson play action. Tosses a touchdown pass to Deuce Staley. He's got one running. That one receiving. 14-0 Eagles in the first. Back to Dick Stockton and Matt Miller.
You know, JB, just looking at that thing, that says as much to me about Arizona as it does Philadelphia, because I know Philadelphia's not a good team.
That's a great point. Although you were right about the Eagles, they're going to surprise some people. 2nd down and 5. Stephen Davis nearly stumbles on the handoff, picks up a yard on the play. You know, Arizona with a big improvement this year. Question is, can they keep it going?
Yeah, that will be the key. And if they can get play like Dexter Coakley just gave right there from that Dallas defense, they'll be much better. Coakley, not a big guy, but Coakley brings all of what he has to the table. And the biggest asset he has is great speed. That time he saw it, read it, was decisive, and hit it full speed.
One of the fastest, if not the fastest linebacker in the league. 3rd and 3, and the pass caught, first down, and that is Steven Alexander, the tight end from Oklahoma, who made such an impact a year ago.
Now, the 2 players on this offense that the Redskins really need to play well, and one of them is Steven Alexander. The other one is Larry Sanders, and they really haven't gotten Larry Sanders involved in the mix very much at all here in this first half.
First down for the Redskins with 2 minutes gone by here in the 2nd quarter, trailing 14-3. And there is George Teague trying to blitz, and here comes the Dallas Cowboys in on Brad Johnson, but beautiful! And they're going to rule it incomplete. Kevin Mathis, and now a flag comes in late.
Yeah, he got in on the face mask.
Kevin Mathis.
That ball hung just enough to allow Kevin Mathis to close, kind of like what Darrell Green did earlier.
Right.
Except he closed on the helmet and got up in the face, and I believe that's what they'll call. But a nice job on the front side by Brad Johnson to avoid a sack and still make that throw.
With all of his knee problems, that's pretty good work by him.
And we watched him Friday on practice, and it wasn't very good.
It's a personal foul, and you're right about the face mask, and the official saw it after the initial official did not see it. Alertly threw the flag. They got it right.
We have a personal foul, grasping the face mask on the defense after the pass, 15 yards from the previous spot.
Watch the play action by Brad Johnson. They're hoping that everybody's going to attack, which they do, except they came with a blitz. Dexter Coakley came clean. Brad Johnson was able to sidestep him. And by buying that extra time, Connell can get to the inside. Now watch how the ball's thrown. See, it's thrown up high. And because he threw it high, Mathis is able to close, and he grabbed the face mask. And they're going to call that. Anytime you get up in the face, they're going to make that call.
So the Redskins to the 41-yard line have a first down. Penalties have been a big part of the story, especially from the Redskins side in this first half. Play fake. Brad Johnson getting a load of time, and there's a pass. Receiver has the defense beaten, and it's Michael Westbrook for the touchdown. That was textbook all the way.
That was textbook from start to finish.
41-yard play.
Anatomy of a touchdown, Dick. If you protect, you have time. You give not only your quarterback time to throw, but your receiver to have time to beat your defender. And in that instance, it's a safety, George Teague, getting locked up on a wide receiver, and that's something you have to win if you're a wide receiver. Look at the protection. Heck, not a cloud in the sky. And because of that time, watch Michael Westbrook adjust to the ball. He just ran right by the safety. Teague actually got a little bit up too high. He came back inside, and it was 6 quick.
Brett Conway's extra point is good, so the Redskins come back in a big series early in this game. It is now 14-10. Michael Westbrook has made 2 big plays so far in this half. This one for the touchdown.
I'm going right by you now.
Hey, y'all, give me some help.
You getting tired? You need some oxygen? All right, come on. Now what?
Come on, give me come on. Let's go on.
Slow down, baby. Let me train out too. Check.
There is a place on the internet, a virtual city built by SAP out of seamless information. 10,000 companies, every industry, millions of people. Your business linked to theirs in one easy step. Shrink your work, expand your ideas. You got a business, we've got a city. MySAP.com. Welcome to the City of E.
On an all-new special, never-before-seen footage.
Oh, my God.
The one you've been waiting for.
Unbelievable.
Shocking crashes and chases, all new at 8, Fox Thursday. In just 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jerry Maguire's Jay Moore star in a 1-hour television event.
Don't give me that hard look, you pompous little because I got news for you. You don't scare me. How was that?
Good, Daddy.
Action, a new comedy series, premieres Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Two of the decade's most dominant teams square off as Jeter and the Yankees take on the Indians. Fox Saturday Baseball, this week at 1 Eastern.
Cowboy lead shaved to 4, 14-10, thanks to the big 41-yard pass play. And Michael Westbrook has now caught 3 passes over 100 yards. That's the 7th time in the career he's done it. So this is a major first half for what has been an enigma for the Redskins in the last several years, Michael Westbrook. But he has played big thus far. Brett Conway will be kicking off. Jeff Ogden on the return inside the 10-yard line. Ogden with nifty moves and brings it to the 38-yard line. A great return by Jeff Ogden of 30 yards.
Norv Turner's been fired up on the sideline down there. This is Norv Turner watching the replay of the face mask penalty. And he jumps right in that official's face to tell him exactly what he thinks. And it didn't stop there, because it kept on going all the way through to even after the touchdown. This is after the touchdown's already happened. He's still after him. He's humming and humming on him, and he's not going to let him go. This is kind of like Leo the Lip DeRocher. Hey, when you work the official, you keep on working him. Hey, he's under the gun. Human.
He's under the gun. It's all big for Norv Turner now. A lot more pressure on this team than ever before. First down at the 37-yard line. Troy Aikman going deep. Oh, yeah, the pass is incomplete for Michael Irvin with Champ Bailey covering. And right now, for an NFL update, let's return to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Hey, Matt, I heard your Arizona comment earlier. Take a look. The pressure continues. Peterson, little screen pass to Luther Broughton. He takes it 15 yards to pay dirt. Guess what? 21-0 Eagles in the second. Back to Dick Stockton and Matt Miller.
I believe right now, Dick, with that defense the Eagles have, that's a win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys impressive in their first 2 possessions. Both over 80 yards, touchdowns both times. 2nd and 10 at the 37. Emmitt Smith, by the way, back in the game after getting hit in the head. And here is David LaFleur on a quick flip. Doesn't get much. It'll be 3rd and long with Derek Smith, who's had a good first half at linebacker for the Redskins.
Derek Smith is learning. He's a work in progress, but he's made this Redskin defense better. Remember, last year was Marcus Patton, was a pretty good player, but what Marcus was as an athlete, he was not as good an athlete as Derek Smith. This guy is smoother, is better in pass coverage, and runs better than did Marcus.
And they're working on Dan Wilkinson, and Doug Brown, number 78, has been in at defensive tackle. 3rd down and 7 for Dallas. And the flag is down.
Yeah, I hear a whistle, too.
And a whistle blew, and it might have blown before the play started. And maybe the Cowboys did not hear.
Yeah, there's some motion over there on, looks like on the Dallas Cowboys side.
Prior to the snap, false start, 88 of the offense.
Michael Irvin appealing his case to Walt Coleman to no avail.
That's going to set up third and about, what, 13 or so.
I wonder what's in the back pocket of Chan Gailey on a 3rd and 13. He's had all the answers so far today.
Well, because he's had some time by his offensive line. I think right now, if you're the Washington Redskins, you're going to go to his zone and force him to let him throw, but you're going to let him throw underneath.
4 wide receivers, 3 coming out to the left.
He's been great on, you can see this, on 3rd down. He's been unstoppable.
And pressure. And the pass downfield, Rocket Ismail battling, loose ball, Leomont Evans, it's an incomplete pass.
All right, that was a nice call by Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator, because he brought the extra man off the left offensive side. It's Darryl Pounds. You're going to watch him right there. He comes clean, nobody on him. It's going to force Aikman to have to throw quickly, and he knows that he has rocket speed. But because he has to get rid of it fast, he puts a little bit of air underneath, and Leomont Evans can make the play.
That's called touch by a great quarterback. But it is 4th down anyway, and Toby Goen will be kicking to Brian Mitchell back. Early here in the 2nd quarter, 14-10 in favor of the Cowboys. And Mitchell, one of the best at returns for many years. And will give the Redskins good field position just shy of the 40-yard line as Dexter Coakley makes the play.
And he gets to the 10, across the 10 for the first down.
Mom.
Normally, I'm not very sentimental, but all this could bring out the romantic in anybody. So, to Peter, may your marriage run as smoothly as that world-class e-business system you conceived and implemented in 3 months and in 27 languages, I might add, for that big multinational last year. Well, it was pretty cool.
From idea to implementation. Commitment, commitment, commitment.
The average American family isn't average anymore.
Hello, honey. Oh, God. Bennett Maxwell's scoping my mom's.
A new Get Real after 90210 Wednesday.
Vikings and Falcons coming up next. And, of course, the Vikings have a different scheme of things now. Brian Billick is going to Baltimore. The death of Chip Myers and Minnesota's offense. And don't forget they lost some defensive people as well this year.
They lost some people, and there's also some that undercard. Hey, the Giants are better. The Bucs are better. The 49ers and the Jags. That's going to be a good football game. The 49ers have no running game. It looks like to me like they could be the team they were a few years ago, where they just had to rely on Steve Young's arm, and that's a dangerous thing. There's a lot of interesting scenarios here in this opening day, and let me say, it is good to be back in football.
And Deion Sanders is waiting to say it's good to be back. First down at the 39 for the Redskins. Brad Johnson's pass caught by Larry Centers. And Centers, who always seems to do well against the Cowboys, he's a native Texan, picks up 5 yards on the play with Darren Hambrick, who's new at his position at outside linebacker, making the stop.
Larry Centers has always been a Cowboy killer. It's funny talking to Darren Woodson. He was telling us, boy, I saw his name on the waiver wire. I said, let's get him. Let's sign him right away. He kills us. He says, I hate him, and I'd love to have him on my team. Deion Sanders echoed the same thing, said you should be here with us.
All right.
Second down and 5, and the flea flicker. Davis goes back to Johnson, and it works to Michael Westbrook in a first down. Pulling out all the stops in game one. The flea flicker complete for 28 yards and a first down in Dallas territory.
I'll go back to what I said earlier. You really look good as a play caller when your offensive line gives you time. Michael Irvin, he's running like Michael Irvin, but Michael Westbrook goes inside, then bounces back outside. And because of the time, he's able to buy that corner and hit it perfectly. Nice job. See, the corner right there is anticipating the deep route. And then you use that against him, and you beat Mathis cleanly.
And a first down for the Redskins. Trailing by 4, and the handoff is to Stephen Davis. Good power move by Davis. Gets inside the 10-yard line on a most impressive run by Davis. Kevin Mathis finally stopped him, and it wasn't easy, and a pickup of 23.
Stephen Davis is the kind of running back that the more he runs, the more confident he's going to become. And the more he goes, the better he's going to become. This is a case of vision. And a nice job of making George Teague miss in the hole.
And the Redskins threaten as Davis, who won the running back duel from Skip Hicks, and showing why he did. It is first and goal at the 7. Irving Fryer is in motion, and they go to Davis, gets a good hole off the left side.
Fumble.
And loses the ball at the 1-yard line, and Dallas gets it. Costly fumble in the red zone by Stephen Davis, and the Cowboys recover at about the 3.
Well, that was a monster hole in there. A nice job by Sims, the left guard, and Trey Johnson opened the hole wide up. Stephen Davis came into the hole, and the ball just didn't quite make it. Somebody got their hand on it and pulled it out. Watch him on the inside. Nice job by Sims. Here comes Trey Johnson. Going to have him all to himself. He gets his hand in there and may have popped that thing out.
And Kavika Pittman may have recovered. Yep.
Pittman was there. Teague was there. There's the ball. That was George Teague. The same guy who we just faked out of his jock earlier. He threw that jock right on the ball and knocked it out.
So the first turnover of the game, very costly for North Turner's Redskins. They were heading in. Cowboys from the 3, and the handoff to Emmitt Smith, and talk about a good hole opening up on the left side, and Smith brings it out to about the 11 where Darrell Green is there.
Now, if you're the Dallas Cowboys and you're Chan Gailey, you'd like to have, with 8.5 minutes to go, you'd like to have one of those grinded out kind of drives, kind of like a heart punch. And you can do it with this offensive line.
Well, they've had 2 grinded out, 2 80-yard drives resulting in touchdowns thus far. Look at the total yardage edge. Washington has it. 2nd down and 2. First down.
It is.
And they give it to Emmitt Smith, their meal ticket, and he carries it out to the 17. That was a pickup of 6.
Well, if Emmitt Smith is their meal ticket, then the guy who's handed him that ticket is Larry Allen. Because Larry Allen is picking up right here where he left off the last couple of years. He's the best lineman in football. And, you know, and I say that with confidence. He does a lot of things well. He's as good a guard as there is, and he's as good of a tackle as there is in the league. Right now, you're just handing him the ball and letting him just pound.
He went from right guard to left tackle, now to left guard. And a whistle and a penalty. This is quite a chess game, not between defensive gurus, but offensive.
Prior to the snap, ball start, 86, offense, 5 yards.
Eric Bjornsson, the other tight end, LaFleur with 2 touchdown receptions, and a false start, 5-yard penalty will be marked off. But we're seeing a pretty dazzling offensive show from Chan Gailey and Norv Turner, trying to outwit each other in the play calling department.
But usually in games like this, it's the team that beats themselves that loses.
Well, the Redskins coughed it up on the Cowboy 3. And a handoff to Emmitt Smith on 1st and 15, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Emmitt Smith had some bad times. He admitted to us yesterday, Matt, when Barry Switzer was here. He said, I had injuries, and They proved to be worse once the season was over, but he looked at it like a thunderstorm. Eventually it passed, and now his outlook is a lot better.
Emmitt Smith is a pro. It's enjoyable to watch him, and his approach is right.
2nd and 9. Play action. Aikman dumps it off to Smith. Good defense by the Redskins.
That is a very, very good play by Derek Smith. And it's set up by Sean Barber because they were going to try to hit Moose Johnston on a swing pass. And Barber took that away and forced him to have to come back underneath to throw it. You know, watch right inside. Derek Smith is going to end up making the play over here. Now he stays with his coverage. Now attack it. Take away the inside. Now, he was lucky he was even too high, but because he has good feet and reaction, he made the tackle.
3rd and 13. 3 wide receivers out of the shotgun. Aikman back to his 5-yard line. Drills it, and it's intercepted. Matt Stevens. A no-name on the Redskins defensive core on the pass intended for Jeff Ogden, and the Redskins get it back in Dallas territory.
That's the first bad pass Troy Aikman's thrown. Remember I said earlier, in games like this, it's the guy who beats themselves that usually loses. They're just sitting in the zone. You're going to watch Matt Stevens. He's sitting straight down. Ogden was trying to run the in. Aikman was anticipating the clearance of that zone, but Stevens never moved. He just stayed right in it. And the ball came right to him.
In his 4th year from Appalachian State. Makes a big play on the defensive side for the Redskins.
Got a matchup right up here, man-to-man.
First down on the 32 of Dallas. Stephen Davis, who fumbled the last time he handled the ball, picks up about 4. Chad Hennings making the tackle for the Cowboys with 5:40 to go in the first half.
A lot of stuff going on down there in the field, and it happens, you know, all game long. You have your game, and then you have your game within a game. This is Albert Connell working on Kevin Mathis, and it's just, you know, which dog is bigger, and the big dog wins. And you just keep on going. And that stuff goes all game long. And it's just this little macho dominance thing, but it works.
2nd down and 8. Brad Johnson goes underneath, and the pass dropped by Stephen Davis. I could sense that Brad Johnson could feel the Cowboy defender coming from the blind side.
Which was Kavika Pittman, and he was working on Andy Heck, and he got a good jump and got to his corner. And Brad Johnson felt it and stepped up in the pocket and rushed himself a little bit too much. If the Cowboys defensive front, one of the things they really need is they need a Charles Haley-like kind of player. They really don't have that guy.
Remember Leon Lett out of action.
8 weeks, they said on the pregame show.
That was the report. Penalty marker down, and
nice play.
Shuffle pass with a flag down. Leon Lett, who will be suspended for substance abuse, violating the NFL rules. This will be against the defense, 5 yards. And in our pregame show, as Matt just mentioned, the word is it could be an 8-week suspension. And the Cowboys surprised it didn't happen before the season started. It'll be this week.
Offside, 97, defense, 5 yards, repeat 3rd down.
That was Pittman.
You know, lost in all that. It was a pretty nice play made by Greg Ellis to make that tackle. They were going to try that flip underneath. Ellis reached through and made the tackle, but to no avail right now because Kavika Pittman made it an invalid play.
3rd down and 3. Ryan Mitchell in the game at 3rd down, trying to break a tackle, and a fine defensive play, saving the first down by Kevin Mathis, forcing it up from a cornerback position.
That was nice by Kevin Mathis, but there was a flash, I believe it was Woodson, who flashed first and flattened him out and allowed Kevin Mathis to make that tackle.
It is 4th down, and the crowd and some of the Redskins would like to see Norv Turner go for it on 4th and about a yard, but he's sending in his field goal team, Brett Conway, the former Penn Stater who connected on a 25-yard field goal in the first quarter. Matt Turk will be the holder. This is a 42-yard attempt. Conway booms it. It's long enough, and it's perfect. And the Redskins now trail by a score of 14-13 as they took advantage of that Dallas turnover.
New York City, home of the Rangers, versus Mystery Alaska, home to 642 people.
Do we really stand a chance?
From the director of Austin Powers and the creator of The Practice. On October 1st, Bobby, the game is on.
So you guys know what you're made of. You know what you've got inside.
Mystery Alaska.
Nervous?
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 1st.
As your engine revs higher, the oil inside creates a protective wedge that builds up and keeps engine parts separated. But as your oil's viscosity breaks down, so can the wedge. That's why there's Castrol GTX, the only leading 10W30 that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. Because if your oil breaks down, what's next? Castrol GTX. Drive hard.
Who will win the Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series? Find out live. The Emmy Awards. Live coverage begins at 7 Eastern tonight on Fox.
Yeah, this is what makes football so interdependent. Right there was a flash by Darren Woodson that flattened out the running back, Brian Mitchell, and then Mathis, you're going to watch him right there. See, flatten him out, and then Mathis is able to come up and make that tackle. Without Darren Woodson, Mathis does no dance. That's a player. I really like that guy.
Brett Conway with the kickoff, heading to the sideline and out of bounds. A costly kickoff that goes out of bounds, and the Cowboys will get the ball at the 40-yard line. Well, this
kickoff out of bounds.
Biggest thing this year will be the instant replay, and before 2 minutes of each half, each coach will have 2 challenges. And if they are not successful, it'll cost them a timeout inside of 2 minutes of each half, and overtime, the replay official will determine it, and the referee will make the call. And it's interesting that Chan Gailey said, I'm kind of reluctant to challenge because I don't think we're going to see a lot of calls overturned. But Norv Turner says, hey, I'll challenge anything if I think it'll help.
You know, I think that's a great point because everybody has their own little philosophy. I'm talking to Bill Parcells, you know, he felt like it took away from his ability and his advantage as a coach to call a game. Everybody has their own way of doing it, and it'll be handled differently.
And 2 distinct approaches in this game. First down at the 40-yard line after the kick went out of bounds, and there's a fake end around. Aikman on the screen pass, and Emmitt Smith, and it was Derek Smith who again is right there, Johnny on the spot. Very alert play and a loss of 3.
That's very good, staying with your coverage, and that's about concentration. I like the change of Derek Smith inside. Playing very well. Watch, he has his coverage, you stay with it. Now you have to filter through the linemen. There's 2 that are there for you. One of them was Mark Stepnoski, and he just ran underneath, and because of his athletic ability, he can make him miss and then make the play.
Second down and 12. Aikman getting pressure. Pass is caught by Ernie Mills. And Mills finally brought down, but his forward progress will bring him about 3 yards shy of the first down. He was hit first by Leamont Evans. Aikman very sharp here, connecting on 2 touchdown passes to David LaFleur for the 2 touchdowns by the Cowboys, and Brad Johnson hitting Michael Westbrook for 41 yards for the Redskins score, and then a couple of field goals.
Nick, what I'm watching right here, the one area that they're getting pressure from Aikman when they do get it is around Flozell Adams to the outside. It's right here, this matchup. Marco Coleman has been getting some pressure on him.
Third down and 3, bobbling the
nice hold.
handoff.
That's a hold all the way.
Flag is down is Emmitt Smith. He has the first down, but you saw holding And they will bring it back if that's the case. And
we just circled that matchup because it was Flozell Adams, and this is the rule. And I talked to the officials about it this morning to clarify it. When the hands come outside and latch outside, if it impedes where the defender wants to go, and in this case, I want you to watch that shoulder. Flozell Adams grabs it. Now he's trying to work to the outside, and because he's holding that and doesn't allow him to get in there, they're going to throw that flag, and that's a good call. You can see it right there. That's a very good call by the official. They will allow an offensive lineman to get their hands up on him, but then you have to try to work it back inside. And if it's play side and it does prevent the defender from getting to the play, they're going to hawk it.
I've heard of analysts anticipating scoring, but not penalties like you did on the last play. 3rd down and 13.
Well, nobody in the backfield back here.
That's one of the new wrinkles we'll see more of. Here comes the blitz, and the pass incomplete. Aikman had to get rid of it in a hurry, and it went to Warren. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the reason he had to get rid of it in a hurry, because there's no one back there. And a way to defend that set is to bring the extra guy and force the quick throw that enables you defensively to jump your coverage. And you know the ball's going to come out quick. That's an advantage for the defense. And if you can come clean like you did right there, you know, and Denton did come clean, the ball's right on top of him, and it has to be thrown.
Toby going will kick for the 2nd time, and Brian Mitchell is back deep with 2:06 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Redskins trying to climb back slowly, down by 1 point. Mitchell on the return, and Brian Mitchell is stopped at the 29 by Dale Hellestrade. And now we have our 2-minute warning. 1:55 on the clock, and we'll be back to Redskins Stadium here in Landover, Maryland shortly.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Visa, the preferred card of the NFL. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
No, it's too red. Too dark. This is gonna be perfect.
You can get enough orange and blue to last the season at Lucas Paints in Denver. But bring your Visa card, because they don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
At Transamerica,
Why?
we have specially priced life insurance policies for people who still exercise without a trainer. Call a Transamerica agent. The people in the pyramid working for you.
You can buy a Gateway Essential PC for $899. Or you can buy a PC from a bargain basement company for $499. Then add a monitor, lots of software, 24/7 tech support, a year on the internet, and end up paying over $1,200. With Gateway, you'll get all that, and you still end up paying $899. Which one's the real bargain? Call 1-800-GATEWAY for a Gateway Essential PC with an Intel Celeron processor.
With Transamerica Life Insurance and your estate plan, you can be sure your money will go where you want it to go. The people in the pyramid working for you.
All new Shocking King of the Hill. All new Simpsons starring
Mel Gibson.
All new Epic Futurama. Fox season premiere Sunday in 2 weeks.
Hey, watch this. 5 receivers. These 3 and these 2 covered by these 3 and these 2. There's 5 here. There's 6 here. Here's the extra man. And guess what? Dallas puts their 5 receivers out. One of them is not Michael Irvin. So you're saying on 3rd down when we have to have it, we want our best players on the field, we're giving Michael a break on 3rd down.
And, of course, Emmitt Smith wasn't there either as Brian Mitchell gets a burst up the middle and picks up the 1st down. Warren was in for Emmitt Smith, so that was unusual. And the Redskins line up in the hurry up. They have 3 timeouts remaining and a design play, and it looked kind of sloppy as Brian Mitchell was the intended receiver. Anyway, it stops the clock with 1:37 and brings up 2nd and 10. Coming up on the Visa halftime report, JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris will have scores and highlights from around the league. In addition, We'll update you on the Vinny Testaverde injury.
Ooh, that's
it's an
bad for the
Achilles
Jets.
injury.
Oh, boy.
And after a great year last year to help lead the Jets to the AFC title game against the Denver Broncos, he is hurt, and we'll find out how hurt. 2nd and 10 for Brad Johnson and the Redskins. Again, he nearly intercepted that time.
Aaron Woodson almost had himself a game changer right there. Could have changed the complexion of this thing. As it is, it's going to set up this 3rd down and 10.
And just so we know, with a minute 33, Matt, in the last 2 minutes, the replay official, not the coaches, could go and challenge and change a call in the last 2 minutes of each half, and we're in that right now.
Still 3 timeouts left. And this is critical for both teams.
3rd down and 10. Brad Johnson looking for a receiver.
Oh, he has one.
And going deep, wide open, James Thrash. Oh, no, Albert Connell makes the catch. He got loose and no one was near him, and finally George Teague brings down Albert Connell.
You got to take a timeout right here.
And it is a timeout, Matt. You're right. The Redskins used their first. 54 yards on this play.
Brad Johnson does a good job of seeing the field. He rolls a little bit to the right, and I believe Mathis, 23, yeah, it was him, fell down, and the ball came out. He was so wide open, he didn't know what to do.
He almost tripped going back.
Dick, Brad Johnson has seen more today in this game than the quarterbacks of the Redskins have seen for the last 5 years. I mean, he's seen the field completely, and he's given them a chance to make some plays just with the vision.
What a big pickup for Brad Johnson, who was acquired for 3 draft choices. Remember, Trent Green, who had a good finish last year, went to the St. Louis Rams, signed with them, and so Brad Johnson came to the Redskins. Brad Johnson, 11 of 16 for 211 yards, and these are the quarterbacks that Norv Turner has had going into his 6th year, and these are their records.
Yeah, all that looks like pretty much a bunch of not very good. I'll be nice. Yeah, I'll be kind. There was some bad quarterback play here the last 5 years, but this guy's in one game is trying to erase all that.
1st and goal at the 6. Stephen Davis back in at running back, dives inside the 5 with 1:14 to go. Redskins still with 2 timeouts remaining and looking to take their first lead of this game.
One thing Norv Turner is not going to do, he's not going to let Stephen Davis lose confidence. So after that fumble, you want him to get right back into the rhythm that he did. So if you remember, the first play back after the fumble was a handoff to Stephen Davis. And now you're getting back into critical area. And again, he hands it to Stephen Davis because he wants him to have the confidence and enough to know that he's going to be the guy.
Larry Centers has also come into the game, a dangerous receiver out of the backfield. And there is a fake and the pass overthrown, and he was trying to go to Larry Centers, and Dexter Coakley, the speedy linebacker, on the coverage.
That's good coverage by Coakley. That's a tough play to defend. You go play action right at you as a defender, and you're forced to make a decision. Do you step up to take on the back, or do you hang and wait for that back to clear? That time he read it perfectly and was able to go right into the flat and have that. And then Kavika Pittman got a hand up and forced Johnson to throw it just a little bit errantly.
Coakley probably symbolizes the speed of this defense more than anyone. 3rd and goal at the 4.
There's confusion.
Irving Fryer in motion. Johnson is going to go down, loses the ball. It's a free ball, and the Dallas Cowboys have recovered.
Dick, Albert Connell was wide open, reading a book in the back of the end zone.
Greg Ellis forced the fumble. A big play by the 2nd-year #1 pick out of North Carolina.
Watch Albert Connell. He's going to go there. It's confusion. They give him bunch, and nobody sees him. They forget to cover him. He's wide open in the back of the end zone. Brad Johnson doesn't see him. He's looking to the left. Doesn't have time to see him in the back. And Greg Ellis comes through and forces that fumble and changes this completely in the 1st half.
So twice the Redskins, seemingly going in for a score, have turned it over inside the 10-yard line. There is an injured Redskin, and a timeout has been called by Washington with 27 seconds to go. So of all the frustrations that Norv Turner could feel at this point, 2 critical turnovers deep in the red zone have really sabotaged them. And going to see the preliminary word is that it's Stephen Davis is the injured Redskin.
And they're looking at his knee.
And it is.
Looks like he may have gotten it. You're going to watch him coming in. Right here comes Stephen Davis going for the ball. Has his knee locked, and somebody hit it from the side. Looked like his own guy. Looked like Keith Sims hit it from the side.
So the Redskins down by a point, and their concern right now is with Stephen Davis, who has had a great start to this game, very effective in the first half. And there is Skip Hicks, who scored 8 touchdowns as a rookie out of UCLA.
Skip Hicks needs Dick, if he gets when he gets a chance to run. He's got to have a little bit more patience inside, because he has great speed and he likes to bounce it outside too much. When you start running around, you can't run around away from everybody in this league. You got to have patience and stay inside.
Meanwhile, Davis slowly walking off. He has carried 10 times for 60 yards thus far in this game, and a couple of very impressive runs by Davis.
It's Al Bellamy, the one trainer, and also Bubba Tyer right there, the head trainer. There's Michael Irvin. You know, he may not have him in on with 5 wide receivers, but he's always in the game. In this case, he's coaching over there with Rocket Ismail, telling you exactly what he's going to do, how to work a defender, all these little things. All those years and experience of playing, hey, you share them. And he's confident enough to tell the guy exactly how it's going to work. I like to see that in a vet. Share the game. Teach him.
Well, you go back to what you said. You want to win a Super Bowl, you've got to do that. Can't be selfish. And that's what Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman and company are looking to do now. First down on the 9-yard line. 27 seconds to go. And that'll do it. So the Redskins got good production from Michael Westbrook, but some penalties early and critical turnovers hurt them in the end, and that is the end of the first half, with the Cowboys leading the Redskins 14-13. Fox NFL Sunday will continue as a Visa halftime report after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Join host David Hyde Pierce and Jenna Elfman as television honors its finest, the Emmy Awards. Coverage begins live 7 Eastern tonight on Fox.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves.
I'm a big fan. Getting to be a pretty big fan of yours, too.
Salma Hayek.
You asked me to take my shirt off.
And Jay Moore.
Well, sometimes a little nudity is integral to the story.
I was auditioning for the part of the nun.
Action, a 1-hour series premiere, Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Looking for a family feast? Come have some fun at the Armadillo. We've got a great kids menu. Barbecue drumsticks, hot dogs, and how about those burgers? It's affordable for the whole family, and nothing beats the taste.
Real authentic veggie food certified, absolutely genuine hickory smoke taste of Armadillo barbecue. It's where the real stuff comes from.
I'll see ya, and I'll raise you.
Oh, yeah. I'd go for it.
What kind of a poker face is that?
Don't be a victim of bitter beer. Drink Keystone Light, America's never bitter beer. Always a great taste, never a bitter face.
Well, if we're not playing for chips, then what are we playing for?
Stop making faces. Drink Keystone Light.
Hello to something different. Hello to something new. R.C. Willey's
opening our doors for all of you. The furnishings you really want, the price you want to pay. Hello to Home Fashion, RC Willie today.
We're now open at the corner of Eagle and Franklin Roads. Watch for our grand opening.
Hello, RC Willie, hello.
Fox 12 News at 9. It's about time.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
And welcome to the Visa Halftime Report. Full house here. Chris, Howie, Terry, yours truly, James Brown. Let's get you caught up on the scores around the National Football League. Washington has blown some opportunities. Fortunate to be trailing just by one. Also in that Deion Sanders inactive today.
But Troy Aikman active down the middle. David LaFleur, third-year tight end out of LSU. First touchdown reception. Touchdown, Cowboys up. Then this beautiful catch over the shoulder by Michael Irvin. Troy Aikman having an incredible first day. A vertical passing game down the field. There it is. Show him where that led to another touchdown pass to LaFleur. And then Brad Johnson, play action, linebackers up, safety's out of position. Michael Westbrook behind everyone. He hauls in this gorgeous 41-yard touchdown pass. Had it not been for two fumbles, one by Davis, the running back, one by Johnson, this could be a different score, but an exciting game. Cowboys 14-13 over the Skins.
Chris Collinsworth said the Eagles would land. They have so far.
Howard did a better job parachuting in that Rainstorm movie he did.
Rainstorm.
Yeah, whatever.
Firestorm.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Staley down the sideline, 24-yard touchdown run. Cardinals up by 7. Then Peterson back, rolls right, throwback screen. There you have Luther Broughton, 15-yard touchdown run. It's 21-6 as the Eagles, 21-6 as the Eagles look at awfully impressive in their home opener.
After a 2-year absence, George Seifert back on the sidelines with Carolina. Boy, does he get a rude welcome at the Big Easy.
Well, you don't want this on your opening game. Michael Bates, opening kickoff. He's hit by Fred Weary. Ball is knocked loose. Tyrone Draper scoops it up 20 yards later, Howie. It's 7-0 Saints. And now, Billy Joe Holbert, does he lose the ball? Is it a fumble? Is it a forward pass? Well, it was ruled a fumble, and therefore Mike Ditka said, I challenge thee. Well, the challenge is upheld. Saints get the ball back. It was ruled that his hand was going forward. 7-0 Saints until Ricky Williams off the right side re-injures his left ankle, leaves the field, gets it taped, comes back, and then eventually, folks, has to leave the game again. This time, he gets on the cart and leaves. It's now at the half, 10-7, New Orleans. Now it's 10-10, my fault. 10-10, Saints and Panthers.
Speaking of getting on the cart and leaving, that is, the Jets at home lose Vinny Testaverde in the second quarter. Achilles tendon injury. We don't know the extent of it, but he will not be back. Tom Tupa in relief right now. Jets on top 16-10 over the Patriots. The coach, Peyton Manning, 10 of 16, 136 yards and a touchdown, leading in that effort there. 3 turnovers by the Packers have hurt them. That's why Howie is cheering. The Raiders on top of that one. And boy, Dick Geron, coaching debut for the Bears, 20-3 over Gunther Cunningham and the Chiefs. Titans, boy, McNair has been looking impressive. 26-15 over the Bengals. He's getting some help from Mr. Dyson as well. And the Rams with Kurt Warner. Yes, Kurt Warner moving that squad. They're on top in that contest there. Washington Redskins, 3 times in the red zones, 2 fumbles. Lucky to be down by only 1, but they think there's a weakness they can exploit.
Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. You know, they could be lucky to be down 1, or the Cowboys could be lucky to be up 1. They could be 27-13 right now. They need to take advantage of those plays, especially in the red zone. They're getting done what they want to get done. Stephen Davis rushing for over 60 yards. They're getting a hat on Woodson. He's the key to the running game. And at wide receiver, they felt like Westbrook could go over the top, Connell could go over the top. Urban Fryers had a great effect on Michael Westbrook.
We talked about the injury to Vinny Testaverde. Now that Rick Meyer acquisition looks big for the New York Jets, Chris.
Although it was Tom Tupa who came in the game in first play after the injury, boom, with the touchdown pass. But if you could have named one player going into this season that would have had the greatest impact on his team if, in fact, he got hurt, it would have been Vinny Testaverde. I picked the Jets to win the Super Bowl this year. Not anymore. They were way too dependent on Vinny to win it all.
How can you unload them that quickly?
Wow.
Did you see me just do it?
Tupa could do it. Meyer could do it. I mean, the Tuna's a great coach. Don't give up on the Jets so quickly.
Not winning the Super Bowl, not without Vinny.
Quarterbacks sticking up for the other QBs, even the backups. All right, folks, coming up a little later today on Fox, doubleheader action. Many of you will see Minnesota against Atlanta, NFC title game rematch. Others will see San Francisco and Jacksonville, the Giants in Tampa Bay, Detroit, and Seattle. We'll take you back to the second half of your game after this.
Visa is proud to celebrate the fans this season. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
Chris, what do you got there?
I've assembled the NFL's best. I've got Dion's legs, John Randall's arms, and the heart of Brett Favre.
Whose head?
The most underrated mind in football.
It's alive! Hey, where's the rest of me? What's going on around here?
Later today, it's the rematch of last year's NFC Championship as Cunningham, Moss, and the Vikes look to exact revenge on Jamal Anderson and the Falcons. Fox NFL Sunday continues later today. Check local listings.
See you in September. We need you and you in September.
Welcome back, man. So the fans are number one in our hearts, and we're going to give them a lot to cheer about this season.
We're going to be yelling, screaming. Hey! Here, fellas! We're number one! Number one, baby!
You're 4 days away from an all-new special, never-before-seen footage.
Oh, my God!
The one you've been waiting for.
Unbelievable!
Shocking crashes and chases. Then, it's the one-hour event that will change television. Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in action.
You're pitching me O.J. Simpson. The name is more recognizable than Tom Hanks. But to be fair, Tom Hanks refuses to go that extra mile and hack his wife to death.
Action. Series premiere. It all starts at 8, Fox Thursday.
And welcome back to Redskins Stadium, where the Dallas Cowboys lead the Washington Redskins by a score of 14-13. And this week, Ask the Pros question comes from Kevin Bryant in Baltimore, Maryland. And we've gone to Hockendackle, Pennsylvania to get someone to answer this question. And the question is, Matt Millen, how does Champ Bailey compare now to Darrell Green when he was a rookie?
It's a good question, because when Darrell came in, his whole game was speed. Champ Bailey's is not speed. In a lot of ways, Champ Bailey's ahead of where Darrell Green was. Darrell Green was excellent at man-to-man, and he played best that way. Champ Bailey has a little bit better feel for the zone than did Darrell Green. It took actually Darrell a while to develop his non-dependence on his speed. So to answer your question, I think Champ's a little bit further ahead than where Darrell was at that time.
Champ said, I knew I had a great advantage when I was drafted by the Redskins because I knew that Darrell Green was going to be the best guy to learn under. 14-13 is our score at the half. The Cowboys lead. We'll be right back to Landover, Maryland in just a moment.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
I expect top performance from my car, so I'm particular about the fuel I use. I've tried all the major brands and found that only Powertane from Stinker and Sinclair outperforms all the others.
Powertane is the highest octane gas in the market and gives you more power per gallon than any other brand. You'll see a difference in the way your car performs. It's the only choice for your car.
Powertane from Stinker and Sinclair? It's what I choose to get the results I'm looking for.
Come in and give us a try. And in 3 tanks or less, you'll discover there's none better, regardless.
Hometown pride, working for you. At Franklin Building Supply, the pride of making, the pride of creating. We take pride in giving you our best. Hometown pride, working for you. At Franklin Building Supply.
It's the Ford Authorized Clearance. Celebrate 0-9 financing on Ford Expedition.
My Expedition's got the most towing capacity, plus the most interior room in its class. And I got an unheard of deal.
Or 0-9 and 500 cash back on Explorer.
During Ford Authorized Clearance, we got 0-9 financing on a 99 Explorer. Loaded with every feature under the sun.
Celebrate during the Ford Authorized Clearance at your Heart of the West Ford store.
A blitzing 290-pound linebacker knocked John Elway unconscious. A concerned team physician kneeled over Elway. Johnny said, "Do you know where you are?" Elway sat up, looked around, and said, "Yeah, I'm 3rd and 18 on the 21-yard line."
Expect more from an original. Original Coors. Brewed a mile high.
My beer? It's got to be original.
Fox 12 News at 9. It's about time.
The Redskins have never led in this game, but they could have very easily had they not turned it over twice deep in the red zone against Dallas.
And they were both times, like you mentioned, red zone, they were going in. Stephen Davis coughs this one up. It looks like they're ready to score. And then another good play here by Ellis forces that fumble, and Teague comes up with it. Both times they're knocking on the door, ready to get something, and instead they come away with nothing.
3 possessions, and all they got was a fumble, 2 fumbles, and 1 field goal out of it all. But Brad Johnson doing the job in the first half for the Redskins, and Michael Westbrook with 4 catches for 128 yards. But the Redskins trail by only 1. Westbrook having a big game. 2 touchdown passes by Troy Aikman to David LaFleur, his tight end.
You know, and quietly, both those big plays in the red zone were turned in by George Teague.
On the kickoff, Conway, returned by Jeff Ogden. Ogden, who has a world of speed, brings it out on the return to the 29. Right now, let's go down to the field and Pam Oliver.
Thanks a lot, Dick. Talked to both coaches at halftime. First of all, Chan Gailey, he says offensively they've got to execute better. They took themselves out of too many drives in the first half. On defense, he says they've got to stop giving up the big play. Norv Turner, he was very succinct, did not mince words. He says what we have to do is this simple. We have to stop turning over the ball inside the 10. Back to you.
That's as plain as day, Matt. And of course, penalties earlier in the half also put them in a hole.
They turned the ball over. Like, no, if you can't beat yourself, that's the one thing you cannot do.
Cowboys looking for better execution offensively, and Emmitt Smith on the handoff picks up about 4 yards on the play. And in a close game, Matt, let's take a look at the halftime numbers.
I think the biggest thing is look at the Redskins, 280 total yards and 170. I mean, this is a lot of offense. And then you look at these 2 turnovers, actually 3 for the total, but those 2 for the Redskins going in. The 1 turnover by the Cowboy resulted in 3 points on a field goal after the interception.
Last 4 drives, the Cowboys have been coming up empty, but this time it's Emmitt Smith again and a first down to the 45-yard line. Champ Bailey brings down Smith after a pickup of 10 yards. So Dallas keeping the ball on the ground and doing it effectively in this first series of the second half.
I think I believe both these coaches, Norv Turner and Chan Gailey, have to maintain their patience because both these teams are running the ball well. Sometimes you get so much offense and you just want all that throwing because you want to, show what you have, but just go back to pounding the ball. It's very effective.
Dallas with a first down on the 44 and another fake on an end around, and the pass to Emmitt Smith, nothing there. And that time it was Sean Barber getting a chance to start this year in his 2nd season, and a loss on the play of 3.
Yeah, I tell you, nothing like a good old dive to pick up 8 yards. That's what I always say. And sometimes, you may be sitting at home saying, you're right, why don't they just keep on pounding the ball? Well, one of the reasons you can't do that consistently is because your defense is going to load up on you. When you get that look, that's when you take advantage of throwing.
2nd down and 13. Chris Warren is the Dallas running back. Pass caught at midfield by Ernie Mills, short of the first down by 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down. Ernie Mills, who came back from a tough injury, lacerated small intestine. Of course, Chan Gailey coached him in Pittsburgh when he was the receivers coach there, and of course the offensive coordinator.
Well, this sets up a 3rd down. Aikman's been pretty good on 3rd downs. Last time they went with a wide and spread everybody out. This time they'll keep one back, but Michael Irvin is in.
Yes, he is. 2 catches. 3rd and 4 at midfield. Out of the shotgun. Aikman gets out of some trouble. Can't find a receiver. Dives, gets the first down to the Redskin 45.
Oh, I like that.
No slide for Troy that time. He went head first and got the first down.
And he had to. I mean, he had to make a decision. And he knew the coverage was there, and he tried to throw. They were going to try to come right back inside with Michael Irvin. This is where he's going to look. Denton's going to push him back up to the safety. And so Mills is covered up high. And then you're going to look to the other side. It's Darrell Green. Again, he's pushing it back up to the safety, to the wide, to the outside. So he looks to the left and saw that there was coverage on Michael Irvin and he had to make a decision, and the decision was to go head first and get the first.
From the 45, the give is to Emmitt Smith. No gain on the play. Kennard Lang, one of the 4 #1 draft picks on the defensive line, the revamp line for the Redskins, was right there to stop Smith. And when the Redskins get the ball, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Stephen Davis, who was injured before intermission.
Now, I want you to watch this defensive line. This is a departure from what they did a year ago. You know, watch these guys. Everybody's coming off the ball. There's movement inside, but the key is they're being aggressive and moving forward. Last year, a lot of times they had a tendency to sit there, and you can't play defense that way.
Michael Irvin matched up with Darrell Green at the top of your picture. Troy Aikman pass, and it's intercepted by Champ Bailey. And Bailey with his first NFL interception in his first game, and he picked one off for a touchdown in preseason. He's for real, it looks like.
Yeah, he's not going to quit. They're going to go after him. Yeah, because Darrell Green's playing that other side, and they're going to take things away. You're going to watch him sit inside. His job is to hold the outside flank in that zone, and he does it perfectly.
Hey, Luke, do me a favor. Give me a half-inch box wrench.
Red 79, blue 18, hot, hot.
A blitzing 290-pound linebacker knocked John Elway unconscious. A concerned team physician kneeled over Elway. Johnny said, "Do you know where you are?" Elway sat up, looked around, and said, "Yeah, I'm 3rd and 18 on the 21-yard line."
Expect more from an original. Original Coors. Brewed a mile high.
My beer? It's got to be original.
Hi, Mike Wilmot, Director of Regional Sales. Glad to... Note to self, try to use the term vis-a-vis in a sentence. Credibility starts with C.
Management. The next big thing from Mike Wilmot.
Hi, can I get some coffee? Oh, are there cups there?
LS. The next big thing from Saturn. More power, more control, more headroom.
Hi, I'm Troy Aikman of the Dallas Cowboys. Please join me in supporting the United Way. The NFL, the United Way in you, the power of teamwork.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the new larger Saturn L Series, the next big thing from Saturn.
Not a cloud in the sky, a beautiful blue sky, as blue skies for Champ Bailey with his first NFL interception. Darrell Green, the 39-year-old who was out of high school when Champ Bailey was born. 1st and 10 at the 34 for the Redskins. And Stephen Davis, who collided knees, but back in there as we go to the second half, picks up 1 yard on the play. Well, Champ and Darrell's had a lot of guys at that other cornerback spot, Matt.
And he's put a lot of pressure on the other guys, and he's played with, look at all these starters on opening day. Since 1983, and Darrell Green's been making big play after big play en route to a Hall of Fame career. He's waited this long, 17 years, to get the best one.
And a franchise record 17th year for Darrell Green. 2nd down and 9. Johnson on a slant, and it's caught by Albert Connell. And Connell did a lot of his best work after he caught the ball. He refused to go down and wound up getting 26 yards on the play.
And he beat the strength of the corner through the tackle, but he couldn't beat the speed of Dexter Coakley. Watch the quick slant. Mathis is going to be he ran through that. Now he's going to turn it to a foot race, and Dexter Coakley, he doesn't even blink. He just runs him right down. There's a nice job by Connell. He tries to hit second gear, but Coakley's already in it.
But a tough catch and a big gain and a first down. Redskins on the 39 of the Cowboys. Brad Johnson going for Connell again. Oh, beautiful. Turns the leap, and a flag is down. And Charlie Williams defending, and The question is, was Connell interfered with, or did he keep both feet in bounds?
You know, Dick, I don't even know what that thing's about. I'm going to tell you this. That's a great catch and a great effort. And a good job of the offensive line of picking up that blitz.
And a pass interference call against the Cowboys, so it'll go as a good catch.
He's working outside on Charlie Williams, and there's pushing and shoving going on both sides of the ball.
Pass was incomplete. We have pass interference on the defense, number 25. First down.
Okay, they called the pass interference. That's a good call by the official, calling it incomplete because he only had 1 foot inbounds. The other one came out of bounds. But they're going to enforce this penalty, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line going in.
25-yard play, and of course Williams starting at cornerback along with Mathis with Deion Sanders out, and there you see the
1 foot
incomplete.
in, 1 foot out. Now, had there not been any contact, that would have been a tough call because the defender did hit him and force him out.
Maybe we would have had a challenge. Flag is down, and Brad Johnson trying to ad-lib something, and the pass is incomplete. It is trapped by the defender. Irving Fryer was the intended receiver.
Looked like there was some movement inside against the Dallas Cowboys. That defensive tackle, that inside right side, took off really quick.
Offside, defense, 95 yards, receive first down.
That's Alonzo Spellman. And of course, hidden so far in this game is the return of Alonzo Spellman, who sat out all last year. They call it a bipolar disorder. There were problems for Alonzo Spellman, who had played with the Chicago Bears. Here he is back in the NFL, playing tackle, not defensive end. On 1st and 5, Stephen Davis gets to within 1.5 yards of the first down. Darren Woodson making the stop.
Darren Woodson's a key. You know, you mentioned about Darren Woodson made a couple of plays, and he's getting up slow right now. But Darren Woodson, if I'm looking at the Dallas defense, you've got to get somebody on him because he makes so many tackles. I believe this defense in front of Dallas can be run on. And now Darren Woodson's, he's shook up. He's going to have to go out. But if you don't get a guy on Woodson, you're not going to have a chance to make a play because he's going to find you.
Well, you know that Kevin Smith with the bulging disc is out for several weeks. Deion Sanders may get back next week. Now Darren Woodson out for at least a play. Singor Mobley, number 27, has replaced him in the secondary at strong safety.
Watch Darren Woodson. He's going to go in. He took a power knee right to the right shoulder. And that sometimes those things, they hurt. It's power on power.
2nd down and 2, and this is where Norv Turner's got to be holding his breath, Matt, because the Redskins have turned it over twice in the red zone, but they have gained nearly 9.5 yards per play. That's what the turnovers have done to them. 2nd and 2, and here is Stephen Davis. First down, it appears, inside the 3-yard line.
And they're just going to run right behind that left side. The left side of the Redskin line is the better side for run blocking. You got Trey Johnson over there, and you got John Jansen, a big rookie out of Michigan, who I like. Yeah, he's a competitive guy. He's a non-stop guy, and he kind of reminds me of Steve Wisniewski from the Raiders because he does not stop. He just keeps on coming at you.
One of your favorites. It is 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. And here is Stephen Davis, and he goes in for the touchdown. No turnovers this time. The Redskins get the score and take the lead.
Now that looked like old Washington Redskin hog football.
And they're going to go for 2, perhaps.
Watch them up front. Everybody, just get a hat on everybody. Nice job by Centers. Nice job by Jansen, by Sims pulling around. They just, if you notice, by the time he was hit, he was at the 1-yard line. They just created a wave and pushed it into the end zone.
Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion, leading by 5 at 19-14. 1 for 3 last year were the Redskins in the 2-point conversion department. And here it comes. And they go to Davis, and Davis gets it.
Second effort.
Why change now?
To bounce outside. They stack it up to the inside. You take it, bounce it 2 steps, and you walk in.
And the Redskins have taken the lead for the first time today with just under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Washington 21, Dallas 14.
You know, running your own business is not as glamorous as you think. It takes sacrifice, discipline. If you don't deliver, someone else will.
Okay, can we go now?
Sure.
Self-employment, the next big thing from Mitchell Lee. LS, the next big thing from Saturn. More room, better performance, really dependable.
Come on.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Take that.
Encouragement,
Take
right?
that.
Don't let him beat you, KG.
Yeah. Come on, Kevin. Watch it. Brandy's in the house.
What? So with the shirt. Come on, man.
One of us will break another's heart.
One of us will take revenge.
One of us will make a decision that will change his life.
Just when you think you know people.
You don't.
An all-new 90210. Then, when your heart can't say no.
When you figure out how you feel, let your mother know. And then I can go out with him without you tormenting me?
When there's gotta be something more.
When's the last time you laid your body on top of Mary's?
See why critics call Get Real a winner. An all-new episode. It all starts Wednesday at 8 on Fox.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Stephen Davis with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And it used to rock at RFK Stadium, but it is really rocking today at Redskins Stadium as Washington taking the 21-14 lead. And after an 0-7 start last year, they want to turn things around, and Daniel Snyder trying to get a win in his first game as owner of the Redskins. Jeff Ogden returning the kick for the Dallas Cowboys, and again, the Redskins are there on coverage. Matt Stevens that time.
Now, I want you to watch Washington Redskin power football. All it is just coming right at you. And they beat you up, and they do it again on an extra point.
This summer, put Cadillac Seville's amazing performance to the test and get a lesson in power and control. Then put our lease to the test. Lease a new 99 Seville for just $549 a month. Call for complete lease details. You'll even get a 3-year SmartCare basic maintenance contract at no extra charge. So drive a Seville today and put Cadillac to the test.
Introducing NFL Insider, the new magazine no NFL fan should be without. Open up NFL Insider. It's your all-access pass to the National Football League. NFL Insider's exclusive photos and stories take you inside the action to places you've never been before. Plus, in our preview issue, there's in-depth scouting reports on the upcoming year. It's pure football, all year long. The NFL Insider. Pick up your copy at newsstands now.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in Action, the best series of the season, a 1-hour event, premiering Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Well, Daniel Snyder, the 34-year-old owner of the Redskins, certainly has lit a fire under this franchise. He's made a lot of changes on and off the field, some viewed to be kind of harsh, but the final result is the one-loss column. It's his toy right now, and his toy is winning 21-14.
And his turn.
Cowboys starting from the 16. Trailing for the first time today. Troy Aikman. Oh, nice break. And a great play by Darrell Green, covering Rocket Ismail. So this was the day that Daniel Snyder was approved as owner of the team, and he took over the Redskins and made a lot of changes. He changed a lot of people in the Redskins office staff. Charlie Casserly was ousted as the general manager. Vinny Serrato brought in practically in that role. And he has gone after a lot of players who are unsigned or holdouts. Hasn't gotten any of them. And Joey Galloway is the latest. But Westbrook, the way he's playing today, they don't need Joey Galloway.
I completely agree with that. But he needs to be consistent all the way through.
2nd down and 10. Aikman to Rocket. And again, he's hit. And he cannot hold on to it. And once again, it's Darrell Green with 2 hard plays from behind on Ragged Ismail.
Right, Darrell Green's right there. Now remember, you're saying Rocket Ismail is one of the fastest guys in the National Football League, but Darrell Green still believes he can run with anyone. When I played with him, I used to mess with him and say, Darrell, this guy's faster than you. He'd say, give me a week, I'll beat him. And he's hanging right there with him. You remember, those are 39-year-old legs, and he's still flying around.
He's sorry he didn't make the Pro Bowl last year.
He should have made the Pro Bowl. He had as good a year last year as anyone.
3rd down and 10. Here comes the pressure on Troy Aikman.
Oh, nice
move.
time,
and the receiver fell down. Michael Irvin fell down, was not tripped, and the pass is incomplete, and the Cowboys will have to punt.
Dick, they're going to go back and watch that on tape, and Champ Bailey is going to say, thank goodness, because Michael Irvin beat him. He looks inside, makes a mistake. Look at his head. He's looking in there. You cannot do that. And then he comes back outside. Had that ball been thrown better, he had a chance to be beat.
Bailey already with an interception in this game. And the Redskins hold defensively, so Toby Goen kicking from inside the 5. Brian Mitchell is back deep. Good kick by Goen. Mitchell back to the 32. And Ogden wrestles him down. So Jeff Ogden,
good play by Ogden.
Good coverage downfield, and the Redskins have good field position, but not quite as good as they envisioned. We'll be right back.
You've really been wanting a satellite dish, haven't you? You want all the sports. You want all the movies. But you're concerned. Hey, Radio Shack explains everything. And Radio Shack can even install your system for you when you buy now. Plus, when you get an RCA DirecTV system for only $149.99 and subscribe to 99 NFL Sunday Ticket and DirecTV Total Choice Platinum, get 3 months of free programming. All with no long-term commitment. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Select road. Validating tires.
With BF Goodrich tires, it's any road you choose. BF Goodrich tires, take control.
This is the Big New Yorker pizza from Pizza Hut. Now, this is what pizza's supposed to be. Look at this thing. 16 inches of real street corner pizza dripping with over a pound of cheese. And now it's just $8.99. So if you want to feed a lot of big mouths without taking a big hit in the wallet, try the Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Try it already.
This summer, put Katerra's 200 horses to the test and unleash an exhilarating drive. Then lease a new 99 Katerra for just $3.99 a month for 36 months and $3.99 due at lease signing. Call for complete lease details. You'll even get a 3-year SmartCare basic maintenance contract at no extra charge. So drive a Katerra today and put Cadillac to the test.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. By Coca-Cola Classic, always the real thing, always Coca-Cola. By Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. And by Katerra, think Zig.
The Redskins, who have lost 3 in a row to Troy Aikman and the Cowboys, leading here 21-14. First down on their 39. Stephen Davis having a big game, now over 70 yards rushing, picks up 6. Now, Darren Woodson, you saw leave the game the last time the Redskins had the ball and suffered a contusion to his right bicep, and he is looking to come back. Here was the injury now.
He just did it on a bounce out, and he hit him right on the knee. It looked like a knee to the shoulder. Must have caught the bicep.
Fingor Mobley replaced him then, and he is still in the lineup. as you see Woodson on the Dallas sideline. 2nd and 4. And on the reverse, the handoff to Connell, and Connell goes out of bounds. First down. So the razzle-dazzle works again for the Redskins, and a first down. Let's, right now, an NFL update. Check in with James Brown in Los Angeles.
Hey, Dick, not quite razzle-dazzle here in Philadelphia, but take a look at Arizona trying to come back. The pump by the snake. He hits Frank Sanders. That down to the 1. Sets up a 1-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion, no good, but Cardinals trailing by 12 in the 3rd. Back to Dick Stockton and Matt Miller.
They got a game going on back there. Good for them.
And we got a game going on here.
Yes, we do. And if I'm the Washington Redskins, I'm going to keep on running the football down their throat, try to break it.
First down in Dallas territory. Here is Davis changing direction effectively. Stephen Davis with yet another first down. Tell you, we knew he was big and had straight ahead power, but he's looking like he's got some bounce to the outside.
It looks like he's gaining confidence when it does. He's got himself about 85 yards or so right around now. And watch how this is designed. It's designed to start here and then bounce back the other way. And he does a really nice job of seeing it. Trey Johnson gets his body out there, and then Stephen Davis is able to turn that corner. He's faster than you think, but he's still a north-south guy. That's his strength.
Skip Hicks comes into the game, but the handoff is to Larry Centers for a couple of yards. Hicks giving Stephen Davis a breather, and you're right about his yardage. He's at 89 yards and 16 carries, and Hicks will go out, and you're going to come back with the hot hand in Stephen Davis, who scored the touchdown and then ran for the 2-point conversion to give the Redskins their first lead of the game. And
Dick, what I like about it is the way he's getting it. They're pounding him. It looks like the old Washington Redskins.
2nd down and 8. Pass complete up the middle to Centers. That's what he does the best. Close to first down yardage near the 25.
Well, the Redskins look like a different team, don't they?
And we knew they were improved defensively, but they're showing us something on the offensive side of the ball today.
Well, we knew they were improved offensively. We said that right at the start with number 14, number 1, and then number 2 with the guy who just caught that ball in Larry Centers. And I said it earlier in the game for Chan Gailey, and I'll say it again. When your offensive line is working, it's amazing how good you can become calling the game.
Stephen Davis wrestled down for a loss. Chad Hennings. And the Dallas defensive line, described by Matt, is taking a lot of punishment with those runs up the middle. This time they say we're going to come back at you, and Channings did right there. Chad Hennings did for a loss of 1.
Yeah, that was the first time we've heard Chad Hennings' name all day long. Mostly because that offensive line of the Redskins has been taking it to that defensive front. Stephen Davis comes out right now, and you got a new personnel group with Skip Hicks coming in.
Hicks was in moments ago, but he is back in there now with Larry Centers. It is 2nd down and 11. Westbrook in motion to the right. Play fake and the pass to Centers. He's got it. Charging for the first down. He's got that. And out of bounds inside the 15, close to the 10.
He's a little fired up, I'd say, huh? He's been a Cowboy killer his whole career with the Cardinals, and he's picking up right where he left off.
Well, Marco Coleman has given the Redskins that kind of spirit on the defensive side. Larry Centers has been the spark on the offense.
You know, in talking to Terry Rubisky, the receivers coach, Terry Rubisky told me that Larry Centers is the most complete running back that he's been around since Marcus Allen. He says he can do everything. Catches the ball, he blocks, he runs well. He's a team guy, the kind that you win with.
Darren Woodson is checked back in for Dallas. Skip Hicks with his first carry of the game, and he wends his way to about the 7-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Dallas Cowboys at one point led 14-3, but the Redskins have turned it up a notch and threatening to score. Again, they have had 6 drives over 50 yards today. And Brad Johnson had hoped that would be the scenario.
And then look right up here, 8 for 54 right now.
2nd and 6. Stephen Davis goes outside on the bounce, going for the end zone. Touchdown.
Nice stiff arm by Stephen Davis. And speed that you don't think he has showed up.
He is having some inaugural today at Redskins Stadium. So when you talk about Davis and Westbrook as threats, not to mention Brad Johnson. You're getting